So you've come to this video because you need a little bit more help with finding side measures or angle measures. So I want you to remember that the side measures is the original sine, cosine, and tangent. And then whenever you're asked to find angle measures, those are the inverse functions, the inverse trig, tangent, sine, and cosine. So first I want to start with finding the measure of a side of, so find the measure of each side indicated and round to the nearest tenth. So here in this problem, it gives us the angle measure, so we're not going to have to find an angle measure, it gives it to us, but we have to use that to find a missing side of the triangle. Well, we have to figure out which trig function to use. So first let's label our triangle. If we're looking, we start with the angle that we're given. We're given angle A is 52, so now we're going to label the triangle according to angle A. So opposite, and then the one next to angle A is adjacent, and also the one opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. So what sides are we asked to be working with right now? There's nothing on O. There's nothing. Let me erase that. There's nothing over here on the opposite leg, so we don't have to worry about opposite, but we are given the adjacent leg, and also we're asked to find the hypotenuse. So A and H, which trig function is that? So I want you to remember that tan of any angle, so that tan of an angle A is the leg opposite of angle A over the adjacent leg. Sine of angle A is the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. And then cosine of angle A is the adjacent leg over the hypotenuse. So here we're given A and we're asked to find H, so that means that we're going to want to use cosine. So cosine of angle of the 52 degrees is equal to 13 over x. Now cosine of 52, that's just a number. Okay? Cosine 52 is just a number, remember that. So now we're going to set up our two fractions set equal to each other, and then we're going to cross multiply to solve it. So cosine of 52 times x, cos 52 degrees times x equals 13 times 1. 13 times 1. So cos 52, now here you're going to want to take your calculator, and in mine I have to hit 52 and then I can do cosine. So I get 0.62. I'm going to round that, 0.62. So 0.62x equals 13 times 1 is 13. Now to finish solving for x, I have to divide by 0.62 to both sides. Divide by 0.62. And I end up with x equals 13 divided by 0.62. Let's see. 13 divided by 0.62 is 20. Let's do 20.97. 20.97. There we go. 20.97 is the length of the side. So for number 18, let's try that one. I'm going to erase these real quick because you should have them written on your paper. If you don't, rewind the video and make sure that you have these written down because you're going to want to use them. So the next one, we're working from angle A again, and it gives us that it's 51 degrees. Now from this angle, when we want to label our triangle, so from this angle, this is the opposite, and then the one on the side is the adjacent, and then the one opposite the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. Now I want to prove to you that you have to think about the angle that you're coming from, because if we look at angle B over here, what's the leg opposite of angle B? This one right here, right? But I labeled it A because it's adjacent to A but opposite B. So you really have to start with what angle are we looking at, and now label the legs of our triangle. But the only one that stays the same is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always the one opposite the right angle. Okay, so now we want to look at what we're given and what we're trying to find. So we're given the opposite leg and we're trying to find the adjacent one. Which trig function is that? Sine, cosine, or tangent? It's tangent, right? Tangent of angle A is opposite over adjacent. So we're going to write tan of 51 degrees equals O over A, 8 over x. So now we are going to put this over 1 and cross multiply. So we get tan of 51 times x, tan 51 times x equals 8 times 1, which is just 8. And then in our calculator, tan of 51, let's see, 51 tangent is 1.23. So this is 1.23x equals 8, and then finish solving for x, divide by 1.23 to both sides. And we get x equals 8 divided by 1.23. 8 divided by 1.23, 6.5. There we go. The length of the missing side is 6.5. All right, number 19. Let's try it out. So I'm going to erase these real quick. All right, now I have more room. So here we're given this angle, so let's label our triangle according to this angle. So here, the opposite leg, this one across from the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse, and then the one next to angle A is the adjacent. So now we have to look at what we're given and what we're trying to find. So we're given the opposite leg and we're trying to find the hypotenuse. O and H. Which trig function has to do with O and H? Sine, right? Sine of 75 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse, 6 over x. So now I have to solve for x. Cross multiply. So sine of 75 degrees times x equals 6 times 1, which is just 6, right? I'm not going to write the times 1 anymore. And let's go back up here. So sine of 75, let's see if we can find that. 75 and sine, 0.97. Oops. 0.97x equals 6, and then solve for x. Divide by 0.97 to both sides. Divide by 0.97. We get x equals 6 divided by 0.97. 6 divided by 0.97. I get 6.2. 6.2. X equals 6.2. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to do number 20, but hopefully you get to have a better idea of how to find the missing sides. Now let's try to find the angle measures. I'm going to delete this one. There we go. Let's do it. So I want you to remember that we have those hints that tell us that if we're given that the sine of an angle is x, then that means that the measure of angle A is the inverse sine of x. Right? You have those written on in your packet somewhere. So I want you to remember those and turn the packet to where you have those written out. So here we want to kind of do the same thing that we did on the other ones. We're going to start with this angle theta and figure out what parts we're given. So we have theta here, the angle theta, and then the opposite of that angle, and then the adjacent to that angle. And then this one is the hypotenuse. So we're given the opposite and adjacent. That means that we're using tangent. So now let's write out tangent. So here it's tan theta equals O over A, 10 over 13. So notice in this one we're not missing a side measure, we're missing what the angle is. So now we have to rewrite this using those statements. So the statement for tangent is if tan of A equals x, then the measure of angle A equals the inverse tan of x. So let's try to rewrite this using that. So if this is true, then theta, the measure of the angle, equals the inverse tan of 10 over 13. And that's basically all we have to do, and now it's calculator time. So 10 divided by 13, let's see, 10 divided by 13, and in yours you might not have to write 10 divided by 13 first, you might have to write inverse tan first. So that's 10 divided by 13, and then if I take the inverse tan of that, so inverse tan of 0.769 is 37.6, which equals 37.6 degrees, and that's it. So there's no solving, it's just rewriting and then using your calculator. Let's try the next one. So here's our angle. So now if we look at the angle that we're missing for angle A, let's label the triangle with the opposite leg, the adjacent leg, and the hypotenuse. So now we can see that this is another situation when we're given O and A. We're going to use tangent again. So it's going to be tan of theta, which is our missing angle, equals O over A, so 3 over 2. So now we want to try to rewrite that with our inverse tan. So if this is true, then theta, what we're trying to find the angle measure, equals inverse tan of 3 over 2. All right, now if we try to do that, inverse tan of 3 over 2, in my calculator I have to do 3 divided by 2 first. And then I have to hit inverse tan, so 56.3. So this is 56.3 degrees, right there. All right, I think we have time for 2 more. So here we're looking for angle theta again. So let's label our triangle. This is opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. So here we're given O and H. What trig function are we going to use? Which one has to do with O and H? It's sine, right? So sine of theta equals O over H, 6 over 12. Now let's rewrite that so that we can solve for our angle. So that means theta equals inverse sine of 6 over 12. There we go. Now calculator time. So 6 divided by 12, and then inverse sine. We should get 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Here we go, one more, ready? So opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. So here we're given O and A, we're given opposite and adjacent. Which trig function does that have to do with? Cosine. So we do cosine theta equals 16 over 4.7. And then we get theta equals inverse cosine of 16 over 4.7, which is, let's see, 16 divided by 4.7, 3.4 degrees. Oops, and I didn't do cosine. So 16 divided by 4.7 is 3.4, and then inverse cosine. Uh-oh.